So I woke today on a sofa bed, clicky clacky what's it thing in the extension, with my boy by my side, and he wanted to sleep in the tent but heard it raining, so he changed his mind. He's about 9 years old, still sucking his thumb. Whenever we crash together, which is often, he greets me with a huge amount of love and sincerity in the morning. In fact, he often does that. He almost always asks me how my day's been. He frequently asks me for hugs, and I tell him repeatedly how much I love him. I'm so grateful for him and everything he brings to our lives. Don't worry though, I'm not forgetting Hope. She'll get her turn another day. Daily meditation is coming back to the agenda, and quite prominently. I'm fairly mindful anyway. However, I am in the process of reducing the SSRI, Google it, medication, that I started taking more than a year ago now. It's part of a blend of treatment for what I suspect was some kind of grief-triggered post-traumatic depression following the loss of my dad to cancer. That was a turbid time, to say the least, and I held it together brilliantly on the surface whilst he was going through the darkest, most painful time in his life. I was pragmatic and capable. I was calm, and I was as reassuring as possible to my family. I felt that I had to be. For a couple of weeks, Mum and I lived together very closely through what was an horrific time in our lives. If I told you exactly what happened during those few weeks leading up to Dad's death, you probably wouldn't believe it, unless you've endured similar yourself. You may remember how calm and measured and at peace I was during that time, and you probably wondered how I managed it. Well, I think the answer to that is that I borrowed at least 2 or 3 years worth of mental strength from the future me. I kind of took a resilience loan out from the me that has yet to be. In the years since then, I've been paying it back. Those instalments began small and started a short while after we said a formal goodbye to Dad. The psychological repayments rapidly increased until they became unmanageable debits, and my mental health took a huge dive, often debilitating and regularly damaging for my family. And today I feel that loan is almost paid off, but the subsidy I've been receiving from the medication over the last year or so is being withdrawn over the next 8 weeks. And if I put in the effort and do what I can to supplement that subsidy, that medication, with mindfulness training and conscious self-care, then hopefully when I stop taking the antidepressant completely, I will have completely repaid the loan that I took against my mental resilience when I needed it the most. So I'm now visualizing a time where I'm psychologically standing on my own 2 feet, looking back at a time where I needed help, sought it out, and worked hard to get the support that was necessary to stem any further suffering for me and also my friends and family for enduring what has been an important part of my life. A time of darkness and discovery, and those few long years of grim moods and ugly knee-jerk lashes, unmetered sobbing and bottomless despair will possibly leave some scars on the skin of my mental health. But they are scars that I will look back on with fondness and with gratitude. They are the scars which remind me how I became immensely strong when it mattered so much. So here is to gratitude for the people who have helped me along the way, for the scientists and the pharmaceutical companies who provided the medicinal subsidy for my brain loan, for the practitioners, and to the St Nicholas Hospice and their bereavement counsellor David, for my family who have been there through it all, perhaps not knowing or understanding all of what I've managed to endure, and for the people who will continue to help me as I learn to be at ease with things by myself again. Thank you. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Big love.